Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Apex Online Racing. My name is Andy81287, you can call me Andy, and this is Bahrain International, and this is the evaluation race for Season 16 of the Hype Energy F1 League Racing here on AOR. It is Unleash Season 16 from next week, and this is one of the evaluation races for the season that starts on Sunday next week. And we are in Bahrain, as I say. We've got 11 drivers on the grid this evening, and bear with me, this is my debut in the commentary box, and I am going solo this evening as well, so do give me your support as well as I work my way through everything. So we've got 11 drivers for this, and we are going to do our absolute best to keep up to date with everything and go along with it. So I hope you enjoy it this evening, and we're going to go through it. We have 11 drivers here. We can see the two I know of that have definitely got league experience are Joshua Luke, 1993, season 14 F6 champion, and last season he was F6th place in F4 tier 4, and I Only Snip, with a great name, he was 6th place in F6 last season as well. He'll be coming out the pits just shortly. On track at the moment, we've got a few of them on track. I'm just going to pick up one of them, the NTG 2011 Freak in the Sauber. He's currently on the soft tyres just now. Also on track is C Stabble. He is in the Haas car, the number 4 on the Super Softs. So we're going to see a mix of the Super Soft red tyres and the yellow marked soft tyres as well. Round the 15-turn Bahrain circuit here this evening, and we can see the number 4 Haas car running wide already there into the end of the second DRS zone there at the back straight. So going to be interesting already. We're going to try and take a lap on board at some point to show you this track as we go around. In fact, we're going to jump on board with C Stabble, as he seems to be the first one to come round to take a lap off the track. So down through the front straight, here we go for a lap off the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit. DRS is fully open, 8th gear up to over 200 miles an hour. We're looking for the braking point into turn 1, 100 metre board, down into 2nd gear, locking up the brakes, finding the apex, into 3rd gear, 4th gear, through turn 2, turn 3 is just an acceleration zone, up through the gears. We're already into 7th gear as we head towards turn 4, round about 50 metres, 3rd gear, get it in tight, hard on the power on the way out, up already into 6th gear, and then down into 5th. Downhill can be very tricky, easy to run wide, and then still downhill, down into 2nd gear, into this hairpin, and then up towards turn 9 and 10, probably one of the trickiest corners in the track. A double apex left-hander, and you can see the inside front left tyre locking up already, and then the 2nd DRS zone, up through the gear, 7th gear, into 8th, and looking for the braking zone, around about 50 metres, down to 5th, clipping the apex, inside curb, into 6th gear, through the gears, climbing a hill, up to 7th, we're coming up to turn 13, end of sector 2, down to 4th gear, nicely into there, cleanly on the power, and then down the back stretch, and down up into 7th gear, 190 miles an hour, and then hard on the brakes. We've got 127.9 for Job, so he's actually the first one to complete a lap. What can Stabble do here? Onto the DRS, down the front straight, and it is a 127.2, so 6 tenths faster for the Haas driver. It's a very good lap indeed from him there, and he'll be very pleased with that. It's a good starting point, but NTG Freak with a 27.1 on the soft tyre there. Fantastic lap on what is supposed to be the slower tyre in the Alfa Romeo Sauber, and that is a fantastic lap from the number 12 car there. We're going to just run through here. Here's one of the Red Bulls coming down to complete the lap. It's WJOR R10, and we're going to just see what he can do. You can see the fuel light flashing. His air system coming towards depletion. He's got the number 12 in the car as well. It's still NTG Freak at the top of the timing sheets. What can WJOR do? And it is only good for a 29.4, so he's at the bottom at the moment. Snip goes to a 28.4. Hippopotamus goes to a 28.7, so it's still NTG Freak there at the top with a 27.1 on the yellow Mark tyres. Here's Chris 130 on in the Mercedes DRS wide open, yellow Mark tyres as well. What can he do? It's only a 1 minute 30, well off the pace, around about 3 seconds at the moment. Joshua looks put it into a 27.7 on the Super Sauce. We've got a yellow flag as well in sector 1. We'll see if we can pick up who that is. It's disappeared. We'll just skip through. Here's the Ferrari of Zolaman in the number 47 coming down through sector 2 now. Up to this tricky part. Traffic everywhere. It looks like the M8 on rush hour on a Friday night. Hard on the brakes, locking up. Third gear and down the back straight. DRS wide open. What can Zolaman do? Can he get anywhere close to that lovely lap time? Stables had another go at it, 27.2. No, he's not actually. He's gone at the pits, sorry. I do apologise. Getting mixed up there. Jump on board with the Ferrari. Yellow flag sectors 2 and 3, so that's the cars behind. It's cleared up. They're obviously having a bit of a fight with each other. On board with Zolaman at the moment. Red Super Softs into the last corner, 4th gear, clipping the curb, down to 3rd on the apex, hard on the power. DRS zone approaching. What can he do? Can he get close to that 27.1? No, he can't. It's a 29.2. That lap time from the Sauber is looking pretty good at the moment, and that is on the yellow marked soft tyres as well. And that is going to, if that is the time that he is able to keep and stay in that top 10, that is going to give. And look, oh, we've got a Red Bull pulling off here. That is WJORR. I'm just going to call him WJ. A lot easier, and he looks like he might even be out of fuel. That's quite possibly what's happened there. Chris is pulling into the pits, and Igo Champ is still not even left the pits at this particular point in time. On track, we've got NTJ. He is on his outlap. Stable's on an outlap, and Zolaman has just finished his. So we've got most of the cars in the pits at the moment with 10 minutes, still on the clock at the moment in this qualifying session for this evaluation race. And you can see I've got a few spectators already joining us. Thank you for joining me this evening for this evaluation race for season 16. And we've currently got this man here that you're looking at on screen, NTG Freak, at the top of the standings. And he is the one that is currently leading the pack, and he's now out on the red top super soft tyres. So just going to play about here. Still learning. There we go. So he's on the yellow, so he's 50 day ones. There we go. A heck of a lap though on those yellow marked tyres. What can he do now? He's on the superior, grippier super softs. Can he go faster on this second run? DRS wide open, coming down towards turn 1. Air's now up to full strength. Hot lap mode. Hard on the brakes, a little puff from the inside tyre. And he's through turn 1 into turn 2 and turn 3 acceleration zone. And up to 4, climbing over the crest. Hard at far. Let the car run wide. Bumping across the curb there, but he's managed to control that well. And down the hill. Look at the car just changing direction. Igo Champ still on. He's now on an outlap. He's still not set a time at the moment. He's got 9 minutes. Down to 9 and 10. Tricky double left. You can see a puff of smoke once again from the inside. Up to the apex. Nice drifting his way out. Hard onto the power, but getting through nicely. And then using all of the track down into 3rd gear, and then up in the 4th very quickly, and then rising up through the hill. 7th gear, and then hard on the brakes one more time, down into 3rd. Gently on the throttle, 5th gear, up over the rise, down the hill one more time. Can he improve on that 1 minute 27.1 he set on those yellow marked tyres? Turn 14, 15 is not even a corner, so I don't know why they call it that. Onto the DRS one more time. It's a 26.1. He's found nearly another second with those tyres. That is a stunning lap time. and the others are going to need to find something else to do that. They are going to need to find a lot of time to catch up with NTG Freak tonight. That is a brilliant lap time from the Sauber driver, and that is going to take some beating at the top of the standings. Stabile in second at the moment, as you can see, he's just around about a second back in the Haas car. Job has got himself up to third in the McLaren. He's coming up to the end of sector 1 at the moment with the 22 car. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 just now. We're going to just follow Job for the moment. As he comes down the hill, that yellow flag has disappeared. Harden the brakes. And coming up, this is the trickiest corner. We'll go on board for this bit, just see how tricky this is. It looks like he's slowing down maybe. Just see, no, still going. Yeah, he's got not a lot of battery life left, so maybe not in a hot lap at the moment. Igo Champ on his first hot lap in the other Haas is actually now up into fourth, so a good lap from him, and that's on the soft tyres as well. So it looks like that number 50 machine's got a lot of pace. Joshua looks in into the pits in that number 93 machine, so he's been knocked down the leaderboard. 6th place is Becken in the Renault. He's on a 27.9, so he's got a bit of pace to find to get up the leaderboard. I only snip in the other Sauber is on the 28s. He's the first car in the 28s. He's now on the Super Softs. Let's see if he can improve on his current lap time at the moment. And that's not going to do anything just now for him. Harden the brakes there. Double lock up for him. Won't want to be doing that too much. Hypopotamus, so there's the other Renault. Distinctive sort of orange coloured helmet there. He's now currently in 8th. Zolaman in the second Ferrari is 9th. He's in the 29th, 3 seconds down on the pole man. Just shows you how quick that pole lap is at the moment. WJO is in 10th. He's in the pits. Chris is in 11th. He's in the pits as well. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to catch that time at the top, but we've still got 5 minutes of this session to go. There's the gaps. 1 second between first and second, but then between second down to 6 is only about a second in it. So when you get down to that point, there's not a lot of difference. We're going to follow Becken here, who's up to 4th at the moment, the number 13 machine. Previously driven in real life by the Crashinator, Pastor Maldonado, coming down the hill through turn 6 and 7, up to the hairpin of turn 8, down into second gear. Running wide, using all of the curb on the exit with those super softs. And then hard on the brakes. Very easy to get that turn wrong there with that double apex, but I'd say it's one of the hardest corners on the track, one that gets me caught out very often, and it looks like Becken is taking it easy on this lap, I'd say. One didn't get up to 8th gear there, not using all of the battery power, so I think he's taking it easy now, possibly heading for the pits. A lot of drivers in the pits at the moment. Going to head for Zolaman, who is drifting that Ferrari. I don't think it was designed to do that, my friend. He might be on a quick one at the moment. He might be heading back in. I think everyone may be heading for the pits before they go for one more run in this qualifying session. So a bit of a lull here under the night sky in Bahrain for this qualifying session. NTG Freak in the Sauber with a stunning lap time at the moment, 26.119, top in the standings. 1 second clear of the Haas of C. Stabile, who is in second, as Zolaman improves on his time, moves up to 7th, so he's gained a couple of places there, has the Ferrari driver, as we see the Sauber coming out of the pits, which is the pole sitter at the moment on provisional pole. I'm going to see a flurry of action in a moment as the Ferrari just gets out of the way off the track. That's going to obviously cause a slight yellow flag, of course. We're going to see a lot of drivers now coming out of pit lane to enter the fray for one last attack. As we pick up our provisional pole sitter in the Alfa Romeo Sauber, driven this year of course in real life at the moment by Charles Leclerc and Marcus Ericsson. Of course, Charles Leclerc moving to Ferrari next year to be replaced by Kimi Raikkonen, in a move that many did not see coming. The 39-year-old Finn moving back to the team gave him his debut in 2001, and of course this track, the Bahrain Grand Prix circuit, made its debut in 2004. It's been around for 14 years, became a night race in 2014 to celebrate its 10th year anniversary, and it's been a night race ever since. We've seen some good battles over the years, and obviously this year we've seen Hamilton come through the field, make a free car overtake, and we've seen him fighting with Rosberg over the years as well, a couple of years back, so we've seen some really good action round the desert. And we're going to see if the pole sitter can improve on that 26. Can he get it into the 25s and just put himself out of reach? There he goes, one last time into turn 1, didn't quite hook up the apex perfectly. Got a yellow flag in sector 2, there's a Ferrari ahead. I hope he realises the guy behind's on a hot lap. Up into turn 4. Yes, he's out of the way, spotted. I think that was Joshua Luke possibly as well, so well done to the driver of the Ferrari either way. And down into turn 8, heading up towards turn 9. This looks like a quick lap from NTG Freak. Doesn't look like there's been much more movement elsewhere on the leaderboard at the moment, so we're just going to keep an eye and see if the pole sitter can do anything further. Down the back straight, he's not put the DRS on though. Has he decided to give up in this lap? Yes he has, he's charging the DRS, he's only have one more go. So let's just have a wee look down the order. Let's see what the second place man's doing. He's coming down to complete his lap. Can he improve? Not yet, he can't, no. So it's going to be interesting to see if anyone can improve. NTG Freak from the C Stable and Job 3103 at the moment. It's your top 3. There you can see the pole sitter in the background. Becken26 is in 3rd. You can see the fast lap, and Freak's retired from the session. So he's decided he's got a quick enough lap that he can go and sit in the garage, and Stable's lost it. He's just decided that's it. He's tried too hard coming down the hill there. Nah, he's not going to have enough time to get back round. Becken's retired from the session. He's decided he's not going to improve anymore. I don't see Stable improving on that, considering that mistake coming down the hill towards turn 8. The checkered flag is out in the session. These are the last lap times. Can anybody improve at all? Igo Champ is finished. Zolaman's finished. There's only 3 or 4 cars that can improve. This is one of them, but that mistake is probably not going to see that happen. Got a yellow flag in sector 3. It's now been cleared up. Can Stable improve at all? Can he keep himself out of reach of Job 3130? Well, he's not going to have to worry because Job has just crossed the line. Can Stable cross the line and go any quicker? No, he can't. It'll be second place in the grid. What can Joshua Luke do? Coming down towards the end of the lap. Down the final straight towards the last turn. He's one of only 2 drivers on the track at the moment. Hard on the power, heading towards the DRS zone. Opens up the DRS. Can he improve in a 27.7? He can by a 10th, but he still stays in 6th. Oh, I only snip, stays in 8th place. And there is your grid for this evaluation race. And it is NTG 2011 Freak with a fantastic pole position of 126.1. He is 1.029 seconds ahead of anybody else. And he will start on the front row in the Sauber. C Stable takes second in the Haas, and it is Job 3103 taking 3rd place in the McLaren, but a fantastic pole lap from NTG Freak. So far ahead, and he made his first lap time on the soft tyres as well, which was, I think, good enough still for pole as well. So he's really got some pace round here. He's going to take some beating if he can take that into the race as well. But of course, in the race, you've got to carry across race fuel as well, and it is a different scenario trying to keep the tyres to last through the race session as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that lasts. I just seen Job in the comments there putting up currently P3. Fantastic qualifying from you there, my friend, getting P3 as well. Good luck in the race to you and to all the drivers as well. Hopefully it'll be a very clean race from you all. I hope you all have great fun out there and enjoy it, and I'll have good fun commentating on it as well. This is going to be a 50% race, so if my sums are right, that means it will be a 27 or 28 lap race, I think. 29. I wasn't far away. There you go. It came up the screen just as I needed it. So, formation lap first of all. Let the drivers get the tyres warmed up. We will have the tyres on, position change, put that on first, and there we go. Cool. So, on to the formation lap. There you can see the drivers warming the tyres up. We've got NTG Freak, the poleman, in the number 12 in the Sauber. C Stabile is second in the Haas car. That is the number 4 machine. Job 3103 in the McLaren number 22. The Papaya Orange in third. Becken 26 in the Renault is in 4th, and if I remember rightly, that's the number 13 machine. For 5th place, Igo Champ in the number 50 Haas machine. 6th place is Joshua Luke 1993, who is driving the number 93 Ferrari, and WJORR10 has been disqualified already. No idea what's going on there. But we've lost a runner already, so we're down to 10 drivers. We have lost a runner, and we've already lost the 150 metre board down the back straight. Back to the running. Zolaman in the second Ferrari, the 47, he's 7th. I Only Snip in the second Sauber is in 8th place. He's starting on the soft tyres, so that will be interesting to keep an eye on as well. We can see that Igo Champ's on the softs as well. Hypopotamus is 9th and nearly collecting I Only Snip there, and he's been disqualified for that as well, and so is I Only Snip. So oh my goodness, we've got 3 DQs already, with Chris now moving up to 8, so we're down to 8 drivers due to that, and that's, yeah, got to be careful on the formation lap, and that's what can happen. Couple of drivers, oh goodness me. Yeah. So, DQ'd out of the formation lap at least anyway, but there we go. Drivers coming up to the grid. So, fun and games. It's time to start. Back to 11 cars, thank goodness there. Hopefully we've got all of them. The lights are coming on. And we're underway here in Bahrain. Looks like the pole sitter didn't get a good start. We've got Job moving up already into second, coming down to the turn 1. Who's going to be up there? We've got a crash! Got a crash already. That looks like iSnip's crashed. Got someone, he's off in the background. We're going to try and keep up with all of this. The leader is moving away. We've got C Stabile's taken back over second. Job's in third, Becken 4th. And there's Igo Champ going down the inside of Becker to take 4th place. He's taken over there, and there goes WJOR, he's sideways coming out the corner there. Joshua looks to lost a number of places. Hypotemus there has gained a few. Chris is still in last. Zoloman's lost out. I only snip there, and a bit of lag there going on with WJ. Goodness me, a lot going on. Someone hit the barrier, but everybody seems to be in one piece. Damage is off during this evaluation race, just to allow everyone a chance to get to the end without unnecessary pit stops. But back at the front, it is NTG who's managed to get away. I didn't think he had got a good start initially, but he's already gained a second and a half up front over Stabble. Job has got third. He is still there in third place. Igo Champ's the one who's made a position up, and he is now in fourth place. Beckon's lost a place. He's now into fifth. Hypopotamus has made up 3 places from his grid position, so brilliant start from the Renault driver. Joshua Luke down to 7th, lost a place. I only snip I thought was in the barrier, but it must have been down to lag. He's still in 8th. WJORR is in 9th, he's made a place up. And Chris is still at the back in the Mercedes in 11th, but it's still your pole sitter up front, a second and a half already, with C Stabble still a second and a half clear of C Job in third. So this is where the main battle is in these early stages already. We'll keep an eye on everything else, but we've got the third and fourth place car pretty close together, and we've got an incident back in sector 1. See if I can figure out what's going on there. And it is WJO. He is dropped down. Chris is now up to 10th. I will keep an eye on what's going on here in third position. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got pretty much nearly the top 10 almost all in the one picture shot there. And bit laggy there. Oh, yep, he's still on the track. The joys of when this happens sometimes, you start wondering what's going on. And whoa, there's C Stabble's off. He's off the track, he's off, and he's still sideways, waiting patiently to get back on. He's down to 10th, he is now officially last in the race. That is not all to do now. That is going to give the race leader a big advantage though. He is now nearly 5 seconds clear, but here comes Igo Champ. Will he look down the inside into turn 1? He is not going to do that at this point. He's going to hold back. He's got the tyre advantage as well. He could run longer. He's got the yellow marked softs, so he could hold tight on them as well. We can see behind that Hypotemus has got Joshua all over him as well. Zolaman's now back to his starting position. Beckon's dropped down, and things going on with a lag and everything here. What's going on? Where are we? Yeah, so Jobs managed to get a bit of gap there. We've got Hypotemus now is in 4th. Joshua Luke is chasing him down, and oh goodness me. Down the back straight, the lag there, a bit of the network code making it seem like the Ferrari was about to rear end that Renault, but didn't happen at all. And coming up the hill, there's only half a second. DRS is now active as well, so that Ferrari's going to get the advantage if he can just stick with it through these last couple of corners. Running a bit wide there on the exit, will that cost him any time? Beckon's lost some places as well, and look at that, 1 minute 30 from NTG Freak up front. He is running away, 7 seconds clear already. And Stabble, who was in second and looking good, already down. Here comes that Ferrari, DRS wide open, pulls to the inside, hard on the brakes. Can he hold it into turn 1? And there's a touch of the wheels, but it was wheel to wheel only. It's a clean move, and that is the Ferrari of Joshua Luke up in the 4th. Can he now pull away from the Renault of Hypopotamus? And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I'm sorry, I am only able to pronounce so much. So that is the Ferrari now clear, and we have got the Haas coming into the pits for an early pit stop. So is this planned, or is this a decision to change strategy due to the problems going on to the soft tyres? Very quick, so not going to be changing anything due to damage, just deciding maybe to do an early pit stop to get out of traffic and get away from everything. And maybe just deciding it'll be the long game from the Haas driver. He did start second, so he's got some pace. Can he then use it with a bit of clear track to get back up to the front later on? So he's made one stop, so back up here towards the front. Igo Champ chasing down second place, which is Job 3103. He's got DRS, he's within a half a second. Can that Haas car with a Ferrari power, even though it's equal car settings, can he catch up down the front straight? There's a long DRS zone here in Bahrain. The McLaren's pulled to the middle of the road to defend. Will he look down the inside? Nope. Decides better off it. Good defending there by Job going into turn 1. And it looks like Joshua is having to defend off from Hypotemus as well. Oh. And everyone ground to a halt for a split second. I only Snips moved up as well. Hypotemus has actually dropped all the way down. What's going on? See if we can find the Renault. He's been off the track. He's managed to catch back up now, so he's dropped back down. We're going to go on board with Igo Champ. Got Job ahead, coming up to the second DRS zone here. Can he take it really easy? Sideways as they both come out. DRS on. He's got the hot lap for ERS on as well. What can he do? Can he go? It's very tricky going through here, using all of the track and a bit more with the curbing as well. We're on to lap 5. 10 seconds up to the leader almost. Can he just stick with him down the front straight? It's a bit of a longer DRS zone there. The only other one close enough to anything is Becken, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's only 4 seconds behind Zola, man, but look at this, will he have a go? Job's having to defend. Dropping pits. An early stop, lap 6. McLaren hits. Change tyres. Soft to soft, I was indicating an air stop. There on that. Scored the two. Good drop. The order. The DRS zone into turn 1, but Zolomon's coming back as we come up to turn 4, but he's not close enough. And we can see that Job has gone onto the yellow marked soft tyres, so we've got a number of different strategies going on here. You can see that Job's pitted, and we know that Stabile pitted the lap previous. Everyone else has been on the tyres they started with from the beginning. And you can see your leader 10 seconds clear up front. It's NTG Freak from Igo Champ in the Haas in second. Joshua Luke now up to third. So we can see that the position changes due to stops and mistakes. We see that Igo Champ's gained 3 places. Joshua Luke's gained 3 as well. I only snips up 4 places in the Salba. We also have Becken's dropped a place in the Renault after a few mistakes. Zolomon's up a place. Chris has gained 4 places, and we've got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings for Becken. That'll be due to cutting the track and going off the track there. So that is going to be a problem for him later in the race. He's going to have to ensure, and he's actually pitting. He's going to take his pit stop now, slowing down to the pit lane speed limiter, and he is into the pits now. This is obviously him trying to stop and take this. He's going on to the soft tyres as well. He's going to have a 3-second penalty for the end of the race. As you can see, WJORR going past. We are going to go back to our leader, who is just by far and away out front on his own. The number 12 car is NTG Freak. We are on lap 7 of 29 here. And this has been, from qualifying onwards, this man here has been serenely on his way so far. And it's been pretty simple. We're going to actually jump back to I only snip in the other Salba, the 53 machine, because he is catching up to Joshua Luke. He's within DRS range of that Ferrari, and he does have the tyre advantage as well, which is going to help him later on, because he can run those tyres longer. Those yellow tyres are probably going to be the better race tyre overall. Beckon's lost another place as he comes out the pits. Can Snip get on the DRS and get past Joshua down the straight? He's right in the slipstream. Ferrari power versus Ferrari power. And here he goes. Very easily done. He can probably pull back in, have a cup of tea at the same time, and then get on the brakes. Locks up, but he's still able to get it done. And that was a pretty easy pass. And he is through, and Zolaman's in the pits as well. And so is our race leader. He is also taking a pit stop there, and he's gone on to the medium tyres. Now that's an interesting choice. Says medium tyres for our race leader, even though it shows the softs. Yeah, okay, thanks very much. Someone's trying to confuse me. So it's the soft tyres, not the mediums. Either way, Igo Champ is now leading this race by 7.5 seconds from I Only Snip, who we are looking at there, having just made that simple DRS pass on Joshua Luke, who's in third. NTG Freak is in 4th, having just made that pit stop. Hypopotamus is in 5th in the Renault, 4 and nearly 5 seconds back, still to pit. 6th place is Chris 130256 in the Mercedes, he's still to pit as well. Job 3103 is 7th in the McLaren. He has pitted along with Becken in 8th, who has pitted as well, but he has a 3-second penalty, as does Freak as well. NTG Freak, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Now his advantage is that he does have the pace to compensate that, as we've seen with his qualifying time, but it's not the kind of thing you want, because too many are aim can see you disqualified from the race. Double lock up there from the second place man Snip. So that's 2 drivers now, Becken in the Renault and Freak in the Sauber, with 3-second penalties, and they will want to be very careful for the rest of this race. Running through the rest of the order, you can see Zolaman in 9th, he's made a pit stop just recently as well. WJO is in 10th place, and C Stable is in 11th place, and those two running at the back. WJ has still to make a pit stop. Stable did start in 2nd, but had a spin at the top of the hill early doors on lap 3 or 4 and dropped right the way to the back before he could rejoin. That has dropped him right the way down the order. Looking through the field, we are going to drop down to the 7th place car, which is Job 3103, who is catching up to the Mercedes of Chris just now down the back straight. We're going to keep an eye on the recovery of NTG Freak as well. In fact, I think Joshua might be off the track, or has gone off the track somewhere, because Freak has got by and he was about a second back. And we did have a yellow flag there. Freak has already gained 2.5 seconds, so something's happened to Joshua. I get the feeling he might pit shortly. Those super softs, he's the only driver still on the super soft tyres, and they are bound to be screaming in agony by now. And yep, Joshua Luke into the pits finally, as we watch Job easily overtake that Mercedes down the front straight under DRS, and that is him back up into 5th place. That McLaren started in 3rd, and he is just making his way back up the order just now, and he is now back into 5th place. But he's still got a little bit to go, but there is 3 cars ahead of him at the moment that are still to pit, and that is Hypopotamus on the yellow marked soft tyres in the Renault, I Only Snip again on the yellow marked soft tyres in the Sauber, and the current race leader 10 seconds up the road in the Bullseye 50 machine, Igo Champ in the Haas. Lap 10 of 29 here at Bahrain. We're going to go back to NTG Freaks. He's the closest one so far, but we will keep an eye on Zolaman, because he's also pretty close to catching Becken at the moment as well. But the NTG Freak catching up to his Sauber teammate, and he's going to have DRS down this front straight in a moment as well. As I say, it does say the medium tyres for NTG Freak, and it does show it sometimes and then goes to that. So yes, it is the mediums. And Snip just pulling to the side. It's probably going to be an easy pass for the pole sitter. He's got the racing line, and I think Snips realised that it's probably just better to just let it go. The driver is faster, he's got older tyres, and that is an easy pass. We're going to jump back to Zolaman, who was right behind Beck in there for a moment, but he's dropped back a little bit. So we will find Mr. Job 3103 catching up to Hippopotamus in DRS range off the Renault driver. The Renault has still to make a pit stop. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 11 drivers still to pit. C Stabble at the back has pitted. He pitted very early doors on about lap 4. So although he's done 7 laps, he has already pitted. And Joshua, look there, noticing as well, he has also gone on to the medium tyre, so he'll be trying to go to the very end without pitting again. You can see the number of drivers not to pit so far. And at the moment you can see only 4 drivers made pit. Whoa, that's a late move there by Job, but they got away with it. Tyre to tyre contact. He's going to go the long way round. That's a spin! That's a spin, and that is Hippopotamus off. I've got to say that looked a bit aggressive for me by the McLaren driver. Not too sure, but obviously been a bit of lag and stuff, so it did look a bit aggressive from Job, but he is through. I don't know if that'll have given him any time penalty, but it was a tad on the aggressive side by looking on the screen. But he is through now into 4th place. That has dropped Hippopotamus into 6th, as Chris has now got by in the Mercedes. And there we go, Chris has actually got himself a 5-second stop and go penalty for speeding in the pit lane as Hippopotamus comes in for his pit stop. Those sauce have decided they have had enough. Back up towards the front. Your race leader is currently Igo Champ in the Haas. He's still to make a pit stop at the moment on lap 12 on those yellows. Soft tyres, but he's 7.5 seconds ahead of NTG Freak, who is in 2nd, the pole sitter, who has made a pit stop. And as you can see, he's been on those tyres for 11 laps now. So it's going to be interesting to see how long he can last before those give up on him. Zolaman is going to be someone who's pretty close to DRS zone range. Stabble's now up behind WJR as well, so we're going to keep an eye. And here comes Igo into the pits. That's going to put NTG Freak back into the race lead. We'll see what tyres this puts Igo Champ. Now, where is he going to come back out? He's going to put the mediums on. So he's gone for the medium tyres. And I only Snips in as well, just behind, so 3rd place in as well. And Igo is going to get back out in 2nd place, but here comes Job. And who's going to win the race? Is he going to outbrake himself? No, he's going to make it. So that is a change of position, because Job was in 2nd earlier on, so that is a change of position there through the pit stop phase for Igo Champ, so that's worked very well for him. And although he's now on the slower medium tyres, they are 7 laps fresher and should easily go to the end of this race for him. So that is possibly a race deciding position for him if he can keep that McLaren behind him. Job will not like the look of that, but he is back up to 3rd, which is where he started after being back down the field earlier on. And I can see that Chris, having started last and on the yellows, has put the super softs on. So he's going to have to do some good driving to make them get to the end of the race. We are on lap 13. We are fast approaching half race distance. Here are the 2 Ferraris, the Scuderias. Line astern, Zolaman trying to chase down Joshua Luke, the 93, being chased by the 47. Down into the bottom of the DRS zone, rising up through the hill towards turns 12, 13 at the top of the hill, and then down towards turns 14 and 15. Can Zolaman stay in DRS range? He's just in it at the moment. We're going to jump to Beckham possibly in a minute because he's within DRS range. Here we go. Going to jump back to those Ferraris in a minute. Beckham having a go at I Only Snip. He's past them. The 13 is through, and that is a nice move under DRS. We jump back to the Ferraris though, and Zolaman's not close enough, so we caught that one in the nick of time there up front. And Beckham 26 is now up into 4th place and back ahead of I Only Snip in the Sauber, who is now down to 5th. As you can see, Snip will not mind that. He's still 3 places up from his starting place. And Stabble is the biggest loser so far in the race, having lost 6 places from his 2nd place starting position. That was due to his earlier spin at the top of the hill towards turn 13 on lap 3. Everyone has now made at least the one stop, with Stabble being the one on tyres for the longest for 10 laps due to that very early stop. Freak leads by 17.5 seconds. A couple of seconds back to Job as Igo Champs in 2nd. Job's in 3rd, 2 seconds back. Beckham 13 seconds behind there. This is the battle you're looking at for 4th and 5th with I Only Snip. Joshua Luke in 6, 7 seconds, 8 seconds back, sorry, with Zolaman in 7th place. I was about to say 8th place there for some reason, don't know why. Stabble is in 8th place, 6 seconds behind these 2 Ferraris. 9th is Chris, 2 seconds back. Hippopotamus is in 10th place, 4 seconds back, and at the back in the Red Bull is WJOR10, and he is nearly 20 seconds off the 10th place car, so he is well down at the back of the field, and overall he is almost a lap down. He'll be getting lapped by the leader very shortly if the leader carries on at this pace. Fastest lap of the race easily from NTG Freak, a 1 minute 30.0. The next fastest lap is from Igo Champ, a 1 minute 31.2. And there are a couple more in the 131, sorry, 131.1 from Stabble. Actually, is his fastest lap after that. But yeah, 1 minute 30 from Freak, showing that he is so far ahead of everyone else at the moment. It's just not even funny. We are going to jump back though to this battle here. Probably the closest, one of the 2 closest battles in track between these 2 or the 2 Ferraris. So we're going to jump to this one for now. And we'll jump back to the Ferraris in a second. Lap 16, we are beyond halfway now. Half the race done, half the race to go. Passing by very quickly here. Lock up by the 53 machine into the last corner. It's not going to help his run down the straight for the DRS zone. But let's see how close he's gains up on him. Gaining all the time. Back into the middle track. Gaining. Will he go for it? Dunder braking. He's late on the brakes down the outside. Where is that Renault? It's behind him. What a move that is by I Only Snip, round the outside into turn 1, and he holds it through the second part of the corner, but that Renault is not finished yet. Beckham looking for a way round into turn 4, but he is not able to do so. A brilliant move by the Sauber, and he is away and back up to 4th, but that Renault will be fighting to get that place back as soon as possible. But that Sauber, although it shows yellow tyres there on the screen, he is actually on the white marked medium tyres, and they are only 3 laps old. Oh, he's ran wide. That's going to let the Renault through. That's a mistake. And that Renault's going to have the DRS as well. Snip gets back by, but the Renault's got DRS. Oh, he's managed to get ahead though. Some good driving there. Obviously got the run out the corner. Got the place back. So he's managed to regain that place, so well done to him. Can he stay ahead under DRS coming through the front straight? Battle for 4th place and the battle for 6th and 7th between the 2 Ferraris are probably the 2 closest battles in track right now. Everyone else is at least a few seconds apart. And the Renault's going into the pits. Beckham is deciding on a 2-stop strategy by the looks of it, as he comes into pits, so that is going to let the Sauber free as Beckham pits. And here come the 2 Ferraris. Zolaman has a look. Will he look for a late one? No, he doesn't. Joshua Luke locks up into turn 1, clips the curb. What tyres is Becken going to put on? It's another set of soft tyres, by the looks of it. So he's decided on a 2-stop strategy, which is interesting. Different strategy. So he's the first one to commit to 2 stops in this race. So he's now going to the end on those tyres, you'd imagine. You'd certainly think that those on the white marked medium tyres, like Freak, Igo Champ, Snip, Joshua, Luke, Hypotemus, and that would be running to the end. But those in the yellows, do they have the ability to run to the end of this race? On board with Zolaman, 6th place, chasing down the other Ferrari, a Joshua Luke ahead. You can see he's got his airs at 2 at the moment, so he's obviously trying to reserve his battery just now. He's in DRS range just at the moment, and this is the detection point, so he's going to get DRS here. Can he get a good run out of this final corner? Tyres are 9 laps old now, so how long can he make them last? So we start lap 18 for these guys. Up front is still NTG Freak at the top of the leaderboard, and they're catching Job, who's just pitted. So Job's just made another pit stop, put the yellow softs on, so he's committed to a 2-stop as well. I nearly didn't catch that one. There you go, so he's made 2 stops as well, so now we've got a 3-way battle for 4th. And he's just came out in front of them. So now he's going to have to put his foot down and pull away, or he's going to have 2 scarlet red Ferraris all over the back of him if he's not too careful. So he's now on the yellow softs as well. They're not too old, so it's 2 stops. Stabble's made a 2nd stop as well in between. As you can see, the position changes. The main losers, Becken and Stable, who have made 2 stops. Job's lost 1 place while doing 2 stops, so his pace has been good enough to allow it. Everyone else, main winners are I Only Snip and Igo Champ. Chris has made 4 places as well, but he's currently running super softs and has been on them for 6 laps with 10 to go. I don't anticipate them lasting, but if they do, I will quite happily give that man a pat on the back. 19.4 seconds lead up front. We've not seen much of the leader, he's been well gone for most of the race. And there goes Zolaman at the pits. Those softs have cried enough. We've got to remember as well, Becken and NTG Freak have 3-second penalties, so it's another set of soft tyres for Zolaman as well. We jump to Joshua Luke, who's going to try and chase down Job Free, 1-0 Free. You can see Chris in the background in 6th place, so he's made a few places up, having started at the back. If you see the leader interval, and that Red Bull is going to get lapped before long. We'll run you through the order, so here we go. Lap 19, 10 laps to go. Coming on to lap 20, here is your leader, the number 12 machine, the Sauber Alfa Romeo of NTG 2011 Freak. Your pole sitter, 1 second faster in qualifying. He's on the medium white mark tyres, even though those tyres show yellow on your screen. And he has been leading pretty much from the start of the race, except through the pit stop phase. Been pretty easy for him as well, not too much of a problem. He's been much quicker than everyone else in this race, and he just needs to keep it between the lines, and he should be on the top step of the podium at the end of this one. Second has been Igo Champ, and it has been a decent race because he has gained a number of positions through this. As you can see, he's gained 3 places, having started down in 5th place in the Haas and the Bullseye number 50. And he's made just the 1 stop on the white mark tyres. He's pitted 7 laps ago. He's 20 seconds back, but he's got 20 seconds over this man, the 53 car, the 2nd Sauber of I Only Snip, who's in 3rd. He's on the white marked mediums as well, despite it showing yellow softs on your screen. And he's made a number of places as well. There's another 3-second time penalty for Freak. I did just say all he needs to do is keep it between the lines, and he goes and does the complete opposite. So he's not listening to me. Fourth place, Job 3103, started third, currently fourth, but he's done a two-stop strategy, currently on the yellows, just stopped two laps ago. So he's got faster tyres and he is closing up, so we'll keep an eye on that gap and see how he does. Fifth place on the whites are the fifth place car is Joshua Luke in the Ferrari, the 93 car, and he has been keeping himself busy most of the race. He has... where did he start? He's made up a place. He started in 6th place. 6th place is Becken, who has been caught by Chris if he's not careful. Becken's down 2 places. He's got a 3-second penalty as well for multiple warnings. Chris just behind in 7th now. He's gained 4 places. He started towards the back, so a good run for him, but he's currently on the super softs and he has been on them for 8 laps. He's got Hippopotamus in the Renault behind him on the mediums, again showing yellows, and he is closing in pretty quickly. C Stabble in the Haas, the number 4 car, is 9th. He's pitted twice as well, a couple of laps ago for his second stop. He started second, spun on lap 3, which cost him big time, put him right to the back, and he's not been able to recover as quickly as he would have hoped. And it's dropped him right down the order. Hippopotamus has got up as well. Chris is pitted actually, that's why he's dropped down. Zolaman is in 9th on the softs, and WJORR is in 10th place. Chris is now down to last, having made his second stop. And I've just hit a load of different buttons. There we go. So, we jump back towards the front here. Let's find where the closest battle is on the track. There's not much going on at the moment around the Bahrain track. We're coming towards the end of the race. Everyone seems to have settled into a bit of a steady rhythm. Closest anyone is Zolaman, 2 seconds behind C Stabble in the Haas. These drivers both on the soft tyres, both similar sort of life in them as well, 2 and 3 laps, so it could be an interesting battle between these two. Up front it is still NTG Freak in the Sauber, 14 laps in the medium tyres, but he's got a 20-second gap. Igo Champ in the Haas and the number 50 machine is second, and there is WJORR getting a 3-second time penalty as well in the Red Bull, and he is in 10th at the moment, and got 9 seconds over Chris at the moment. The race. I only snipping the second. Salba's in 3rd at the moment. He's 23 seconds. 23 seconds behind Igo Champ. Job 3103 is in 4th in the McLaren. He's done a 2-stopper. He's still in 4th despite starting 3rd, so he's done very well today in this race. Joshua Luke is in 5th place in the Ferrari. There he is there, coming down the back straight. He is nearly a minute behind the leader. Chris is a lap down. WJR is about to be a lap down as well. Becken is in 6th. He's on softs as well. And you can see the drivers that have made 2 stops and 1 stops. You can see who's running to the end of the race. But it's now just a bit of a lull towards the end of the race. So we'll just take a wee lap on board with Joshua, just to see another lap round the Bahrain track one more time. He's got no one in front of him. He's got 9 seconds to the car in front. He's got 5 seconds to the car behind. The impressive grandstand to the left. You got the impressive building with the night lights to the side. So it's been... I love those messages. Not insufficient. Yeah, okay, thanks. Anyway, so... Sorry, that put me off. Coming up through turn 4, top of the hill, and going to drop down. He's 3/10 down on his fastest sector. Down the hill and then hard on the brakes. Second gear, clipping the apex. Hard in the power, you can hear that engine roaring. And then hard on the brakes, just trying to avoid locking up. So hard, so easy to do into that corner. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. We'll just keep an eye and see if anybody drops about. It's cleared up pretty quickly, so it's fine. And once again, fourth gear. Gently on the power and then hard up the hill. This is where Stabble lost at early doors, spun off just over there. That ruined his race for the guy that started on the front row. And down the back straight. No need for the battery to be turned up here. On the brakes, final corner, clip the curb, maybe not that much. Everyone's got their preferences. And down over the DRS if it was available, across the line. 32.4, 3 times down in his fastest, but being consistent, that's what you need to do at this stage of the race. And as you can see, Becken 3.5 seconds back, but we've got about 5 laps to go. We're going to go and join our leader, who's not had much airtime in this race, to be honest. He's been out and away up front. There's another 3-second penalty for AOR, who's at the back of the field already. Corner cutting on this occasion. And the Red Bull driver, that's now 6 seconds worth of penalties. Others with penalties, so this man here, the leader, he's got 6 seconds of penalties as well. And the other one with a penalty, a 3-second time penalty for Becken in 6th place. So he's got 2.5 seconds behind Joshua. He's got a few laps to pass him, and he needs to pull out at least 3 seconds to stay in 5th place. So Joshua's got about a 5.5 second cushion technically over the Renault at the moment. Puff of the brakes there from the race leader. I'm just going to run through everyone as we go, just give them all a little bit of airtime. There's the Haas, the number 50, the bullseye, as I like to call it, a little bit of a darts reference. Down the hill, you can see the night sky and the pierced by the lights. Zygo Champ comes down towards turns 9 and 10. You can see the Red Bull of WJORR ahead, about to be lapped by him as well. We go back 25 seconds, we find a second Sauber, a 53 machine coming down the hill. It is I only Snip. Good race from him, started to be a bit further back. As you can see in a second, so he's gained 5 places in this race, so he'll be happy with that, I'm sure. Only the one stop as well, currently on the medium tyres. And his fastest lap a 1:31.5, but you can see that Job is catching up. Job's actually fastest lap. There's a 1:30.8. Igo's done a 1:30.7. Becken a 1:30.1, and Stabble 1:30.1. So a few drivers getting into the 1:30s now, but it's still a 30.0 up top for the race leader. Is your fastest lap of the race. There is Job catching up. He's got 3 seconds. He's running out of lap times though. He's not got long to do it if he wants to try and get onto that final step off the podium. Done a 2-stopper. Went went super soft if I remember correctly. There's Joshua, look now, he has got Becken right behind him in DRS range. That rear wing wide open now. A yellow flag in sector 2 as well. That's been cleared up, no idea what happened there, maybe just someone off track. This is the battle. There's Stabble, 29.9. Fastest lap of the race. There's a quick lap for you. Becken looking to the outside. Joshua's having to go defensive. Closest battle on track by a bit. There's only 3 laps to go, including the one they're on. Becken needs to get past quick, and then he needs to disappear because he's got a 3-second time penalty. We'll keep an eye on everything. Job is trying to catch up and go for the podium as well. And that looked very close indeed there as Becken locking up into turn 9 down the hill into that double apex left. It's going to have cost him a bit of a run into the DRS zone. Joshua locking up there into turn 11 up through 12. And then into 13 and 14. Keep an eye on the times. The leader is on to lap 28. He'll be coming on to his last lap before long. Comment there from Jurian Kallenbeck shouting on for Job. Go for third, go, go, go. We'll keep an eye on that battle, Jurian. We'll see if he can do it. Can that McLaren catch the Sauber? Not long to do it though. He's 3 seconds behind. He's not got long to do. But we shall see. Can he catch him? This is the closest battle on track though. Behind this, Hippopotamus is in 7th. He's 7 seconds back on this. See, Stabble's catching him, second and a bit behind, so you'll need to be careful. Zolaman's in 9th, 15 seconds back. Chris is in 10th, 10 seconds off of him. And WJOR10 is last and a lap down. As you can see, Zolaman, Chris and WJOR are all 1 lap down. The closest battle is definitely this one. Let's see what happens here. Down the back straight. DRS wide open for Becken. Not going to get it this time. There's your race leader. He's on his 28th lap. 1 to go after this. And Becken's through just as I move. Something's happened. Joshua's off the track. What I always move. Commentators curse at me. Move at the wrong time. Miss the action. Joshua's moved down 2 places. 3 places actually. He's lost out to both Hippopotamus and C Stable. And trust me as the commentator to miss absolutely everything. I do apologise. Something went on there. Didn't expect anything to happen until the DRS zone. Thought we'd quickly check the leader. But yes, I missed it. I'm sorry. So Becken through, and he's going to obviously be far enough ahead to be 3-second penalty. But I wonder what went on there. Did Joshua bin it, or was there a bit of contact at the end of that DRS zone going up the hill? Be interesting to hear what happened there. But that's put Joshua down from 5th place down to 8th. But we are going to keep an eye on Stable quickly and wait, because your race leader is now on his final lap of the race, of this evaluation race for season 16 of the Hype Energy Drink AOR F1 seasons, starting next Sunday, September 30th. I will be joined by Ollie in the commentary box next week for the round 1 in Melbourne. I will be commentating on Tier 2. And it'll be interesting to see who's in Tier 2 when it is announced this coming week. I think it's the 25th of September we get the announcement of who is going where. Here is your race leader coming down, and Stabble's got a 3-second time penalty, so even if he gets past Hippopotamus, he's going to have to do something to avoid losing the place back due to a time penalty. So I've got a few penalties out there at the moment. But down through the final few corners and down the back straight for the final time. And it has been quite an easy race, so to speak, in one way, for NTG 2011 Freak in the Sauber. Coming down the front straight for the final time. He takes the checkered flag here in this evaluation race. The fireworks go off. And he is the winner here in Bahrain for the evaluation race. A brilliant race. Pole position and the race win. We'll need to see if he's got the fastest lap. I don't think he has. I think that might go to Stable, but we shall see. Stable has got past Hippopotamus, and he's back fast as well. He's going to need to jump. Igo's taken over second, but look at this battle. We need to jump to this just now. Igo's over in second. But look at this battle. These two are jumping all over the place. Stable's got a penalty, so he's going to need to do something special. And Joshua's just sitting there going, I'll have you two. So Igo champ second. Good race from him, made up a few places. But here we go up the hill for the last time for these two. I only snips in third, Jobs in fourth. Look at this, nose to tail. Jobs finished in 4th. Becken's waiting to finish 5th. Down the last straight, here we go. Hippopotamus in 6th, Stable looking for the outside in 7th, wheel to wheel round the outside, they touch, and Hippopotamus is going to keep it over the line. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, still we'll have a penalty, but good racing regardless at the end there. And that is the end of a lovely bit of racing from everyone. Brilliant racing here in Bahrain. And that is the end of the evaluation race. Here are your drivers on the podium. It is a win for NTG 2011 Freak. Pole position and the win here. I go champ in second. I only snips in third place as they spray the podium. It's not the champagne, it is Rosewater being in Bahrain, of course. But that is it for the evaluation race this evening. My name is Andy, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to AOR, and I do have my own channel as well if you do wish to. I'll just drop that in. But there is your final standings. Job 3103 in 4th, Beck in 5th, Hypopotamus 6th, Joshua 7th, C Stable in 8th, Zolaman in 9th, Chris in 10th, WJORR in 11th place. So I say my name's Andy. We'll be back next Sunday for the start of Season 16. Till then, the hype begins. Good night.